Hi, my name is Jason Gabar, I'm Assistant Principal at Quabbin Regional High School. On March 9, 2012, Quabbin hosted a delegate of students from Sturgis Charter School to discuss their experiences with the International Baccalaureate program, which Quabbin is currently pursuing as its IB authorization phase is going through.
And in a STEM world where most everything is science, technology, engineering, and math, how do you feel your IB experience has prepared you to enter that world?
When you're in the IB, you can take 3 math courses in your junior and senior year. One is math studies, which is, I guess, the lower of the 3, and then there's math standard level and math higher level. And to my understanding, I've heard that math higher level is one of the hardest high school courses to take in all of the world. And so, I mean, there's one higher level class for our senior class, and I mean, they all love it. And I know us 4 boys are in math studies, and it's been compared to AP, advanced placement, and I know that they have that in public schools. I know my friends who are in AP math go over like the same material that we do, and for me personally, it always seems that you know, math is sort of a traditional kind of course that everybody really learns, and so I feel like people often, specifically at Sturgis, kind of stray away from maybe focusing on math because you have so many more opportunities to learn more in depth in other courses, whereas math is all of the same material no matter where you are. I mean, nothing against math, but it's obviously definitely not my favorite subject, but at the same time, I've been able to learn advanced math material at a lower level than some of the other math courses and still have the same opportunity to take you know, advanced learning and other courses that interest me more, such as like history and English.
I know as Corey was saying how it sounds like it's the lowest math class and it sounds like it's the easiest just to fly by, and it really isn't, because I'm actually planning to go into the military, and I took a practice ASVAB test, and my math is basically my worst subject. I mean, I've always struggled with it. But since I've gone into math studies, even just the math program here, I've actually got, from my individual grade in the ASVAB, I got I want to say, a high 80s, 88 on the ASVAB. And by doing that, with the high percentage of that part, the math part of the ASVAB, I can pretty much do almost any job without a college degree. So that just shows, not necessarily, as pretty much what Emily said, it's more real-world math problems. So by me doing that, I have more opportunities once I enlist in the Air Force. So.
We're trying to implement this here at school. We're going to be doing scheduling soon. We've had many meetings talking about this and how we're going to present to parents and students. So if you had any advice for us, whether it's guidance, teachers, administration, in terms of what would be something that you would recommend that we can really say, you know what I mean? Because I think people are going to have questions. They're going to say, is this for me? Is it not for me? I mean, if you look back over your experience, is there something that the school did for you coming in as freshmen that you felt influenced your decision to participate or well prepared you to make that decision, or that advice you would give that you didn't receive?
Well, actually, like I said before, when I first came to Sturgis, I had no work ethic at all. And I think one of the biggest things that they helped me with was, it's because my old school I went to, they held my hand through everything. They pretty much told me what I had to do, how I had to do it. They just kind of shooed me along. But when I went to Sturgis, and especially help with the IB program, it showed me how to work on my own. It showed me how to basically become a better student. And so I think that's one of the better things of it, I guess I can say, is that it's taught me how to, I guess you can say, be a better student in the sense of I have more self-worth, I can depend on myself more. So I almost feel like that as soon as you can just come to start it, you realize that everything just kind of, I don't say revolves around you, but it's like you have to realize that it's not some easy course you just fly by, something you really have to work at, something you really have to want.
The uniqueness of the IB diploma should, or not, I guess the IB program should really be emphasized, because, you know, a lot of people don't really know about it, but I guess what kind of drew my parents in was the fact that this is an opportunity that not everybody's going to get, and so that's kind of what will set students apart from other traditional schools and other traditional curriculums. And like the exploration of the IB program is really what I think should be emphasized, because it's so different and it's so unique that it's an opportunity that could be once in a lifetime thing. And so more often than not, people are going to want to jump on top of that.
I have a question for you, and I guess maybe it plays into the IB because it's a little bit hypothetical. Do you feel as though your IB experience would be enriching or maybe hindered or have some challenges or opportunities for growth in a school like our model, where we have 800 kids? I know Sturgis has a really small amount of kids. And I just wanted to think if that would be something that would be no hindrance at all, or if it would be something that would be very beneficial. Thank you.
Because at our school, we had the unique situation of being a charter school in the middle of a town that isn't designated to any of us. Like, as we all introduced ourselves, we're all over Cape. Like, none of us live other than me and Alex, none of us live very close to each other. And that's good with Sturgis, because in an IB for all school, if you don't want to do the IB, you can drop out and go back to your regular town high school. Whereas here, if that wouldn't work, because it is the town high school. So that's why it's unique for Sturgis, at least. But if in a program where I do believe it's a very good option to have, because I honestly feel like I've become a much better student just in the way through the way the classes are structured. It's unlike middle school where they'll hand you assignment and it's due tomorrow, it's due tomorrow, it's due tomorrow. Like at Sturgis, our classes will go weeks without, we do not get daily homework assignments very often. Most of the time, it's long-term assignments, and it really helps you become a good planner, because I'll be like, all right, I have this internal assessment due a month from now. I have this due like 3 or 4 weeks. So it's almost more of a college kind of structure to it, and it really does help with planning and just having long-range assignments, long-term assignments. It makes you balance your time, and a lot of people have difficulty with that at the beginning and a lot of all-nighters the night before, but as it goes on, you learn how to balance in. Just because something's due 2 weeks from then, you learn that means you don't wait 2 weeks to do it, you chip away at it every night, and you really just learn how to balance your studies and what you want to prioritize and put your most emphasis on.
My concern is, at our school, we created classes like mythology and folklore, literature and film, world literature, and journalism and creative writing. And my fear is that with our reduction in staff that we've gone through, that we won't be able to offer the courses that we already have. And IB will have to cut some of the courses we already have. So what makes IB to you so unique that it should be in our school? Or maybe not even that it's, obviously you guys think it's unique, but that, how are we going to sell it to our kids? You know what I'm saying?
So, yeah, I have a lot of friends that go to a really big regional school, Nauset, and they're always telling me about all these really cool, like very specific classes they're taking, and I get really, really jealous. In all honesty, I don't regret, but I really wish I could go there and take these amazing classes that are really specialized. And I think that one of the ways that the IB can make up for that is through the extended essay, or through even a lot of the internal assessments, which are things that you have in each class. You are encouraged, you pretty much have to, design your own topics and your own themes and different things like that, and you choose what to investigate. So I feel like you sort of have to take it on yourself as an IB student to find specialized things. I know we don't have a cultural anthropology class or a religion class or anything like that, which I'm really interested in, and so I studied religion and culture for my extended essay. And so you sort of have to take it on yourself to find these ways, but still, it's a very real fear, and it is something that the IB lacks.